Hi, and welcome to this section of the unit conversion tutor. And in this section, we're going to tackle the next major topic in this course. It's going to be on the very, very important and crucial topic of the metric system and SI system of units, okay? Very, very, very important topics. If there's probably one thing I can say that trips people up more in the beginning of chemistry or physics or even any kind of word problem for SAT or anything like that, a lot of times the problem is with the SI units and all of the prefixes involved, and it seems to be a big mess of things that are hard to remember. What I need to tell you now, though, is that if I had my way, if I could snap my fingers like that and have everybody using the SI system, from grade school on up, I would do it. Okay, it's not so easy to pull it off like that because we've been using the inches and the feet and the miles for so many years, and everybody understands what they mean. But what you will see after this section and also the rest of the sections that follow, the SI system and the metric system really is so easy to use once you understand it, okay? It takes your mind a little bit of time to wrap around it because it's a little bit more, seemingly more complicated. But in fact, it is not more complicated. It makes it easier to understand. Let me ask you a question and you tell me if I'm right. How many inches are in a foot? Okay, how many inches are in a foot using the the U.S. system? Foot's about that long, okay? And for those of you that know this, I'm sure all of you do, an inch is about that big, right? How many inches fit in a foot? There's 12 inches in a foot. Now, who decided there were 12 inches in a foot? Okay, I didn't decide that, but somebody a long time ago just decided, some very good reason I'm sure, that there are 12 inches in a foot, right? Now we know this because we grow up with it and we memorize it, but it doesn't make any sense that there's 12 inches in a foot. It doesn't make any logical sense that it should be 12 inches. Okay? If anything, it should be 10 inches because we have 10 fingers on our hand. That's what we're more used to, but it's not. It doesn't. It's 12 inches. Okay? How many feet are in a yard? We all watch football on TV, American football. Okay? How many yards are in a football a football field, right? How many feet are in a yard? Well, there's 3 feet in a yard. Who decided there were 3 feet in a yard, not 4 feet or 5 feet or 6 feet? Okay, 3 feet in a yard is a very arbitrary number that you would pick to fit in a yard. Let me get you the slam dunk. Okay, how many feet are in a mile? Okay, this is something you guys may not have memorized. I happen to have it memorized because I've used it before. How many feet are in a mile? It's not an even number of just this nice round number of feet that somebody decided. It's 5,280 feet in a mile. It's 5,280 feet in a mile. Now that is not a round number. That's a very arbitrary number of feet that you would define a mile to be. I have no idea the history behind all these numbers I'm throwing at you. I'm sure you could Google it and you could figure it out and figure out the reasons why they picked that many number of feet to be in a mile and so on, right? The point is, it's not a very nice number to remember. It's not a nice round number, 5,280. Who made that up, okay? And so consequently, when you're doing unit conversions with the U.S. system of measurements, I'll teach you how to do them. I mean, we're going to do some problems like that. It's just that the unit conversions never make any sense because they're all random numbers. 3 feet in a yard, 12 inches in a foot. And it gets worse when you start getting into different units and the interrelationship between the units of volume and gallons and cups and pints and all that stuff, okay? Because it's very arbitrary, all right? When you get into the SI system, which we're going to talk about here in the metric system, okay, you're going to find everything is so much more ordered, okay? There are 1,000 meters in a kilometer, okay? There are 100 centimeters in a meter, okay? There are 1,000 millimeters in a meter. See, they're nice round numbers. All